What's up, everybody? I'm David Hain. Welcome to episode 219 of the A to D From Addict to Disciple podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, please like, subscribe, follow, and share the link with your friends. If you'd like to get our curriculum, you can get the paperback or ebook of From Ashes to Destiny on Amazon. When we come back, we'll get into this episode entitled Stair Steps to a Better Life. Welcome back to episode 219 of the A to D From Addict to Disciple podcast entitled Stair Steps to a Better Life. In this episode, I'm going to use a poem or short message written by William Arthur Ward, who was an American motivational writer in the 1900s. And many people have called this one the Stair Steps to a Better Life. And I just want to give you a heads up. There's going to be lots of quotes in this episode, and I'm sure you'll get at least 2 or 3 that will make good quotes for you to post on your fridge, your mirror, your wall, whatever. So you might want to get ready to take some notes, as this episode will be hopefully giving you inspiration, motivation, and some possibly life-changing quotes. Okay, let me start out with William Arthur Ward's message. And it says, "The adventure of life is to learn. The purpose of life is to grow. The nature of life is to change. The challenge of life is to overcome. The essence of life is to care. The opportunity of life is to serve. The secret of life is to dare. The spice of life is to befriend. And the beauty of life is to give." You got that? What I'd like to do is go through each line there separately and give you a couple more quotes from people about that same topic. So again, I'm going to be inundating you with quotes. So the first line says, "The adventure of life is to learn." And Helen Keller said, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing." So my first question for you is, do you have adventure in your life? Are you daring to adventure, or is there nothing going on in your life? And maybe the answer, if there's nothing going on, is to dare to adventure. And the second quote is by Simon Weil, and it says, "The joy of learning is as indispensable in study as breathing is to running." So you got that? When we hook these two together with the adventure of life is to learn, are you daring to keep learning? Are you finding joy in learning? And are you trying to learn something new every day, every week, every month, whatever? And are you approaching it as an indispensable tool like breathing is to running? Want to get some adventure in your life? There's a neat little formula. Next line is, "The purpose of life is to grow." And Betsy Smith said, "Purpose is what inspires you to get up in the morning." And Abraham Maslow said, "One can choose to go back toward safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again." So again, putting all this together, what's your purpose that inspires you to get up in the morning? Is it to grow? Are you choosing to grow and move forward? Or are you recoiling back into safety and lethargic every morning and not even wanting to get out of bed? Okay, the next line, "The nature of life is to change." Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience." And Winston Churchill said, "To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often." Again, if we put all this together, the nature of life is to change. So can you be patient with it? Can you be like the pace of nature and patiently continue to improve. Patiently continue to change, and as Winston Churchill said, be willing to change often, and you'll find the improvement heading towards perfection. Okay, the next line. The challenge of life is to overcome. An anonymous quote said, embrace the struggle and let it make you stronger. And Roger Crawford said, being challenged in life is inevitable. Being defeated is optional. So again, we'll put all this together. The challenge of life is to overcome. Are you embracing your struggles that you face and letting them make you stronger as you face them? Are you understanding that challenge in life is inevitable? Everybody goes through it. But being defeated is optional. And I think unless we embrace the struggle and let it make us stronger, defeat is the path we're headed down. The next one says, the essence of life is to care. And Jonathan Lockwood Huey said, the essence of life is not in great victories and grand failures. And an anonymous quote said, caring for others is the highest expression of humanity. So, as we look at this, the essence of life is to care. What are you doing to care for others? To express your involvement in humanity, in society, in family and friends, in your community? And are you doing it just as who you are? And not seeking great victories or not getting derailed by grand failures? Are you finding that the essence of your life is to care? Or are you past caring, past feeling, past getting involved? And hopefully this will be a jump start to say, start caring again. The next line is, the opportunity of life is to serve. And again, an anonymous quote said, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. And Wayne Mueller said, and I quote, as we serve others, we are working on ourselves. Every act, every word, every gesture of genuine compassion naturally nourishes our own hearts as well. So if I look at this one again, the opportunity of life is to serve. If you say, well, I don't have any opportunity to serve, I don't see any place that I could fit in. Well, the quote said, then build a door. If opportunity's not knocking on your door, maybe it's because you've got yourself walled in and there's no doors. So build a door and let opportunity knock. And realize that when we serve others, we're working on ourselves, and that as we reach out in compassion, it nourishes our own hearts as well. The next line is, the secret of life is to dare. And Paul Coelho said, the secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and get up 8 times. And an anonymous quote said, strength grows when we dare. Unity grows when we pair. So again, putting all this together, if the secret of life is to dare, that means we may fail 7 times, we may fall 7 times, but we need to keep getting up. 8 times, 18 times, 88 times, I don't care. We just need to get up whenever we fall or fail. And understand that strength grows in us every time we dare. But unity grows when we're willing to pair with other people. And maybe in that, we'll also find the strength to take on new dares. The next line, the spice of life is to befriend. And this, I'd like to start with a quote by William Cowper, way back from the 1700s. It was the first one that said, variety is the spice of life that gives it all its flavor. And then an anonymous quote, love grows when we share. Relationship grows when we care. Live in peace. not in pieces. Wow, what a blend this is as we put them all together. If variety is the very spice of life that gives us flavor, and the spice of life is to befriend, then the challenge is to add friends to our life that can spice it up a bit, give it its flavor. And the best way to do that is to understand that relationship grows when we care, and love grows when we share. So we should live in peace with those around us, not in pieces of broken stuff. Okay, the last line says, "The beauty of life is to give." And Mark Twain once said, "Give every day the chance to become the most beautiful day of your life." And Maya Angelou said, "I have found that among its other benefits, giving liberates the soul of the giver." So are you ready to find the beauty of life in giving? Are you ready to give every day the chance to become the most beautiful day of your life and have your soul liberated by giving of yourself to others? Thanks for listening to this episode of the A to D from Addict to Disciple podcast. I hope you were encouraged by these stair steps to a better life and took some notes. If you'd like to get back to me and say, hey, I missed one, or could you send me a link for one, feel free to reach out. You can contact me by email at davidfromat2d@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, www.from2d.org, and click on the contact page. Tune in Monday for our next episode, and as always, stay safe and stay resilient.